Hey guys, Dave Alton here with Royal LePage Kelowna. A lot of you are out there, maybe you haven't sold your home in a long time and you're just curious what the process is. So I'm just going to go through that quickly for you here today so that we can clear some of that up. Of course, if I don't cover something that you've got as a question, please feel free to get a hold of me at davealton@royallepage.ca. Okay, first thing that you want to do when you're thinking of selling your home is you've got to choose a real estate agent. So a lot of people get confused by this. There's 900 real estate agents in the Okanagan Valley, so how do you choose your realtor? I think what you need to do is you need to ask them some tough questions. Questions such as how many days on the market do their listings tend to stay on? Things like, if I listed my home for $500,000, what percentage are they typically getting you? So they call that like a list to sale ratio. Questions like, how many deals did they do last year? So are you dealing with a listing agent or are you dealing with a buyer's agent, right? If they've only listed 4 homes last year as compared to, say, another agent that's listed 25, then maybe you want to take that into consideration when you're looking for an agent to list your home for sale. So those are some of the questions that you can ask when you're interviewing your realtor. A lot of people like to ask questions like, how many listings do you have? Well, I think you want to be careful with that one because having a whole bunch of listings or homes for sale as compared to having a whole bunch of homes sold is a big difference, right? Most of you probably don't want to have your home for sale. You probably just want to sell your home. So think about that. Ask them how many maybe homes that they sold over the last year. I think that's a more relevant question. Okay, so that's step one. Choose your realtor. Once you've chosen the realtor, or maybe you choose 2 or 3 that you want to kind of work with, and have that realtor come over to your house. You're going to call that realtor up and you're going to have them come and have a visit at your home. And what's going to happen at this visit is the realtor is going to take a look at the house that you have. There's no 2 houses that are exactly alike. He's going to do a walkthrough, he or she, sorry, is going to do a walkthrough of the home, and he's going to use his experience to sort of compare it to the other ones that he's been seeing on the market, he or she's been seeing on the market. Once the realtor's had a chance to do that, he's most likely going to sit down with you and show you some of the comparable properties that have been selling in your neighborhood in the past, say, 3 to 6 months, because that's usually, when we got a moving market, that's usually the target zone that you're going to want to stay in, is 3 to 6 months to see what's been selling. And he may make some recommendations, some carpets need to be replaced, or there's a screen that's ripped, or a dripping tap, or something like that. Every time it's something different, as some of the recommendations you will do and some of them you won't, and that's okay. It's not everything doesn't have to happen. He's gonna tell you, these are some things that I suggest that you should do. Do the ones that you're comfortable doing, and the ones that you're not, don't stress about it. Just move on and get the home on the market. So after you've had that meeting with your real estate agent, and you're feeling like you're pretty confident that you're going to list your home for sale, the next step, which is vital, and I really wish more people were doing this first, is you need to contact your bank or your mortgage professional. The reason that I say that is that in some cases there can be penalties if you break your term of your mortgage before it ends. And you want to know what that is. And you also want to know, is it portable? Like, if you're going to go buy another house, are you able to actually take the mortgage you currently have, find the new home that you want, and transfer the mortgage over? So just a couple questions that you can ask. And if you guys need referrals to anybody out there who needs referrals for mortgage specialists, just give me a call, 250-470-8811, or go to davealton@royallepage.ca. Send me a message. I'll be happy to send some referrals your way for some mortgage professionals that can help you with these things. So that's step 4. Step 5, I think the next thing you want to do is implement the recommendations that the realtor has. And like I said before, just the ones that you're comfortable with. If you don't want to do some of those things, or maybe some of them are so expensive, you might just discount the price a little bit in order to make up for the fact that you don't want to change out a roof. Okay, we know the roof is old. We don't want to spend the $15,000 that it takes to put on a new roof, so we're just going to bring the price down a little bit to account for that. So then when the offers come in, the house has been priced accordingly. After we've got all the changes to the house done, typically what happens after that is you're going to probably sign up a contract with that realtor. And that doesn't happen. We don't sign a contract on one day and the house is listed the next. Typically, we're signing them a week or two early, giving some time to fix up the house, and we're going to Now we're going to make calls to professionals like the photographers, professional measurement companies that are going to come out and give a 3D or a 2D of your home, so that other potential buyers can actually see the sizes of the rooms and they know whether or not the furniture is going to fit. And it just really helps the buyers on the other side when they're reviewing listings, if we can add some extra little touches like that and come up with a marketing plan. Where are we going to be putting your listing? What demographic is most likely to be buying your home, and how are we going to target our marketing? So we want a little bit of time to put those things in play before we list your home for sale. And the more time that we have to kind of work on those things together, the better the plan's going to be, and the more likely it is that your home's going to sell. So after we've got the signs, measurements, then really what's happening next is we're going to be calling the sign guy to come put up the signs, install a lockbox. You're going to want to make sure that you stop and get an extra key cut for your realtor so that he can put it in the lockbox. So, and a lot of people ask me questions about lockboxes and whether or not I think that they're safe. My personal opinion is that the lockbox is extremely sturdy, well built. Actually, I'll grab one for you here. It's a pretty sturdy unit. I think if somebody wanted to break in your home compared to trying to break into this box or through the window, I think you're pretty safe. And the main advantage that I always try to tell all my clients when it comes to lock boxes is that if a realtor wants to show your home, they don't have to stop down at my office and grab the key and go up and show the home and then drive back to my office. If they're out showing 4 or 5 homes, this is going to make it a lot more convenient, a lot more likely they're going to come look at your home. And let's just be honest, nobody who doesn't see your home is going to be buying your home. We got to get people to your house, so the more convenient we make it for them, the better it will be for you. And we'll talk a little bit about that whole procedure for people coming to look at your home, because I think that makes some people a little bit nervous. I don't want people just coming whenever. When you sit down with your realtor, you really need to be clear with them about your life and how the showings are going to impact your life, and when the showings are going to be most convenient for you. So when we receive a request from another realtor and they want to show your property, then what we do is we call you at that time and say, we've got a request for tomorrow at noon, somebody would like to see your home. At that point, you confirm with us, yes, that will work, or no, that won't work, and then we respond back to that agent. Nobody's showing up to your house without calling us first. We call you, you confirm, and everybody knows what's happening that way. You're not just having some realtor knocking on your door one day. Does it happen? Yes, sometimes things get crossed and it happens, so I don't want to say that it doesn't, but that's the process to make sure that it doesn't happen. Okay, so after that, we're going to do, and it depends on the property. I'll be honest with you, we don't do this for every single property, but with certain properties, we're going to do what's called a pre-list open house. What's a pre-list open house? Before we put the house on the market, we're gonna flyer the neighborhood, and we're going to make sure that everyone in your neighborhood knows that your house is coming up for sale, and they're going to get a chance to take a look at it. And what it's going to do is going to create a little bit of a frenzy about your house and about your listing. We're going to have people calling, trying to find out, because it's not on the system, and they want to know, how much is it and when's it going to be for sale and things like that. So we're just kind of creating a little bit, and that's an important thing to do, especially depending on the neighborhood that you're in. We can really get a lot of traction by doing something like that. And after we do that, then your house is good. We're gonna list it on the market. That's when it hits the market. So then your whole marketing plan comes into play. We're putting your house into all the local newspapers. We're putting it into the digital media, the Kijijis and Castanets and Facebook. We're going to go into Homes and Land. There's just all kinds of different avenues that we use. And like I said before, we really do try to figure out the demographic who's going to be buying your home and then target our marketing towards that. And I think that any realtor that you're interviewing, you should be asking him the questions about how he or she goes about doing that, because it is an important thing. It's the difference between the people who are listing a lot of homes and then people who are listing and selling a lot of homes. And there's a big difference, right? And there's a industry average, and you can compare that and ask for that. Ask for what the industry average is, and then ask for that agent's average. And I think that'll help you figure out whether or not the agent has the ability to sell the home and sell it for the price that he tells you that he can sell it for. After that, it's going to be showings. We're going to be calling you for showings, and there'll be open houses if you want. Open house can be a great way to get some extra exposure to your home. But some people aren't comfortable with it, and that's fine too. We tailor the marketing plan around the consumer all the time, and so should every realtor. So just contact them and talk to them about how they do it. After that, we're going to be waiting to receive all offers, or we're going to be talking to other realtors about bringing offers. And I've got a whole nother video that covers what we do when we get an offer, because I don't want to take too much time with this video here. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Dave Alton with Royal LePage Kelowna. Again, you can get me at www.davealton.ca, or you can email me at davealton@royallepage.ca, or give me a call at 250-470-8811. Take care.